Plan for the weights you're carrying. Common question we get asked all the time is why are we still bothering with leaf springs in these modern dual cab utes? Well, it's pretty simple to answer. You see, leaf springs are extremely good at carrying a wide range of loads. Let's say you're a tradesman and during the week you've got bags of cement near all your tools and all your mates, but then on the weekend you chuck all of that out, just put the fridge in and hit the tracks. Your leaf springs are able to carry that confidently across those two different weight ranges. Whereas coil springs, you see, cannot do that anywhere near as effectively. Now, talking about torquing effectively, I'm going to hand you over to an expert in the suspension industry, Shane from Fulcrum, and he's going to run you through a correctly weighted, underweighted and overweighted spring pattern for your four-wheel drive. Over to you, Shane.
So what we got here is a correctly loaded leaf spring. Okay, as you look at the shape of the leaf spring, we've got a nice smile, we've got a nice little arc through it, and it's actually sitting off the secondaries, about halfway along there. And if you have a look at the rear shackle, it's sitting on a nice angle there, and as we bounce it, you can see it actually pivoting and actually absorbing some of that bounce. So now we've got an oversprung vehicle. What I mean by oversprung is there's not enough weight on this vehicle to actually make these leaf springs sit correctly. If you have a look here, we've got all this air gap between each one of the springs. So I've got a piece of paper through here so you can see there. Okay, so how a leaf spring works is the more weight you put on it, the more leaves it engages. So right now, this has only got about 2 or 3 leaves that are actually touching and engaged. So when you go, and if you have a look at the shackle, the shackle is actually on an almost vertical angle. So what's going to happen when you go over a bump, it's not actually going to pivot this shackle properly or move the actual leaf spring pack. So it's going to shove all that weight straight back through the chassis, and it's going to destroy your leaf spring bushes, and you're going to feel every single bump.
Here is what an overloaded leaf spring looks like. See how the spring is sitting flat with no curve in it? The secondary leaf is touching the rest, and the leaves are actually bending backwards like a frown shape when they hit the bumps, and that's a problem. Because the leaves are completely flat, the rear shackle is angled as far back as it can go and isn't doing its job. It's not moving. Look how close the bump stop is to the chassis. Even a small bump will cause it to bottom out, which can do a lot of damage or even bend the chassis. With this correctly rated spring, see how well the shackle pivots because there is a gentle smile shape in the leaf pack. As weight is added to the spring, it flattens out, which moves the shackle back. You can also see a much bigger distance between the bump stop and the chassis.
So it's really important that you match your leaf springs to your load, so you work that out before you get your vehicle lifted, and then you can have the comfort when you're driving down the road.
Thanks, Shane. So folks, you can see the importance of not only getting the right suspension, but getting it fitted by an industry expert. Now, it's really worth bearing in mind that there are several different leaf packs depending on the type of vehicle you've got and the amount of weight you're going to be carrying. So you figure out just how much weight is going to be on your vehicle before you get your suspension fitted.